Hello everyone, welcome to Rochelle's Cooking Corner. Today, first I want to thank you for joining me and following along with me. I really appreciate your support. But today I'm going to make jerk chicken. I'm not making a lot of it because it's just for me and my husband. But I am going to show you how I make my own jerk spice that I rub on this chicken. So let me go ahead and get myself prepared. I'll be back to show you how I make my jerk spice for the jerk chicken that I'm going to season today. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm all ready to show you how I do my jerk chicken rub. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I actually put in there. And like I said, I'm not making a lot, so I'm only gonna put a little in here and blend it up today. So I'm going to put in some fresh thyme, only the tender pieces. So I just cut off the top of the thyme, and some parsley. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to use one Scotch bonnet. I'm going to use the whole thing. Hopefully it's not too spicy for my husband. Actually, it may get too spicy for him. He doesn't like spice like I like spice. And guess what? My husband's Jamaican. But he doesn't like his food too hot. So let me not put the seeds in there. So let me take some of it. I'm going to put the skin. As you can see, I left most of the seeds. I'm going to use quite a bit of garlic, fresh onion, I have some scallion. I'm going to put some of that in there. Now this is scallion that I bought in bulk and I froze it. So this is right out the freezer. So I'm going to use all of this. Okay, to that I'm going to use one Maggi cube. Making a mess. Okay. I have some black pepper. Now, of these spices, I'm going to use very little. Because like I said, I'm only doing one chicken. So I got other spices in there. So that's like a half a teaspoon. Not using a lot. I have some complete seasoning. Okay. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of this as well. Yeah. I have some paprika here. Now I'll probably use a whole, this is dry jerk spice. So let me use a full teaspoon of that. I have some soy sauce. That's probably 2 tablespoons. I have a little bit of browning. I'm not going to use a lot of it. Very little. That's just to give the chicken a little color. Don't nobody want no white jerk chicken. I have some dry thyme. Put a little bit of this in there. I already put fresh thyme. Let me put a little dry thyme. I have adobo all-purpose. I have a little chicken, Caribbean chicken spice, a little bit of that. This has sodium as well as the adobo as well as the jerk, so I'm not going to use a lot. This is the garlic. Don't need a lot of this because I'm going to be using fresh garlic. Onion. And remember, the garlic and onion you can use as much as you want because there's no sodium in there. But I'm not using that much since I'm using fresh onion and fresh garlic. Here's a little Sazon Tropical. I like the flavor and I like the color it gives your food. But it has sodium in it, so I'm not going to use that much. And here, of course, you can't have jerk chicken without whole pimentos, but I already ground some up, so I'm going to use what I ground up. Maybe a little more. Keep in mind, if I were making a lot, or if I was making some that I'm going to save, then I would make a lot more. Here's a little ginger powder. And I'm going to use fresh ginger as well. And let me show it to you. Here's my ginger root. I'm only going to use maybe, let me see, because I'm only doing one chicken. I'm going to use about this much. See this? About this much. That's less than a thumb. But let me peel it. And then rinse it and get it in there. Fresh ginger. Not going to use any salt yet. I do have some green pepper I'm going to put in there. And this green pepper came fresh out of my garden. So proud of my green peppers. And my tomatoes. Oh, they look so good. I can't wait to start using them. This green pepper came right out of my garden. Can you believe that? And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. Actually, avocado. Yeah, actually a little bit of avocado oil. No, that's olive oil. Put a little bit of avocado oil in there. That's about right. Okay. I'm going to put this lid on. I'm going to take it over to my blender and let it go ahead. Give it a couple of pulses and let it do its thing. Be right back. Welcome back. So I'll blend it up. So this is my jerk spice. So we're going to, and this is my big chicken. It's really big. It's a big boy right there. And so I'm going to be putting this jerk chicken in the oven, but I'm not going to put it in the oven right now. I just want the spices to set. So, and I'm going to use a little bit of this jerk in here to dry. Okay. And here's my jerk spice. I'm going to get this a good rub in. Get this rubbed in really well. Smells so good. And anybody know me, or if you've been following me, you know I'm gonna taste my spice that I'm putting on my meat. So here we go. It's really mild, but I'm gonna fix that. When I say mild, I meant in spice. Give me a second. Since I didn't grind up all of my Scotch bonnet, I have some dry Scotch bonnet. So I'm gonna add this to the equation. Hope my husband can handle the heat. I'm sure he can. Put a little bit more. What I'm going to do with this is I am going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours because it's still quite early in the day, and I want it to be nice and hot and ready when my husband gets home from work. So let me clean off my hands. Give me a second. Don't worry, this don't go to waste. I'll put this in the freezer, and so what I'll do is I'll put maybe 2 snack bags, and I'll split it up and I'll use 2 of them just in case one day I want to make another jerk chicken or 2. I have enough that I've made today that I can use another time. I wouldn't put this in the refrigerator unless I'm going to be making jerk chicken within the next week. So since I know I'm not, this is how it looks. It's nice and spicy. And so I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to stick this in my refrigerator and let it set for a couple hours. I'm going to get everything cleaned up while we wait, and then I'll be back to show you this in the going in oven. All right, be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted to show you a couple things before we start cooking our jerk chicken. First of all, here is the rest of the jerk spice. I put in little sandwich baggies. This is enough for 2 more whole chickens. So I don't have to make my homemade jerk spice for a while. And try this recipe, it is absolutely fabulous. I prefer this over any kind of jar jerk spice any day of the week. So here's my wet jerk spice. The second thing I wanted to show you is this. You know I grow my own thyme in my yard, in my backyard, but this is what I do when it's so much thyme. So this I've already washed and dried out. And here is a little grinder. So what I do is, and let me show you the results of that. And I think you've seen me use it even just today. So here's what I keep my dry thyme in. This was fresh thyme that I washed and dried out. And then once it's dry and I have a lot of it, I go ahead and grind it. Now, I don't need to grind that much, so the rest will go into a freezer bag, and I'll just set it over on my countertop until I'm ready to grind some more. But this is what I do. I take the dry thyme, try not to get too many of the big stalk branches, and I just roll it up and I stuff it in my grinder. And this is the same grinder I use for my pimento seeds, my whole pimento seeds. It doesn't even sound that loud. Let me see what it's doing. Okay. Sometimes you have to play with it to get it to really break down, spin. So you try not to pack it too much. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's my dry thyme. So it's still little small sticks in there. So I grind it and try to get it to a more of a powdery. And so you don't have to throw your thyme away. I know in my past I would buy thyme and then I didn't use it, and then it would mold. You put it in the refrigerator and it would mold. Well, you never do that. When you buy thyme, if you buy it in bulk, you bring it home, you rinse it, you put it in a pan with a paper towel, and then you just let it dry out. And then you do something like this. Grind it up. I just wanted to show you guys that. We'll be back when I'm ready to cook my jerk chicken. Okay, y'all, I'm back. It's been a couple of hours since I seasoned my jerk chicken. So what I'm going to do now is show you, and I'm just going to put it in the oven. We're going to bake it at 425 for probably close to 2 hours. I'm going to, maybe 400. I'm going to slow it down. I don't want it to cook too fast, but I'm going to go ahead and get that jerk chicken in the oven. So let me show you. Okay, guess you can see it. So I'm going to use this Pyrex, and I'm going to cook it like such. I want the breast meat to not get dried out. So I'm gonna cook it like this. I get all of these spices in here. All of my spices. Oh God, this smells so freaking good. And then I'm going to get this in the oven. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to start it out by covering it. And then I'm going to take the foil off and let it brown on both sides. Oil on it. Just one sheet. One is enough. Y'all, I'm gonna make some pigeon peas and rice. Y'all want a recipe for the best pigeon peas and rice ever? Everybody keeps telling me don't share it, but I gotta share it. You're my family. Okay, let me get this in the oven. Right back. Okay, so I'm going to share you my ingredients, but I'm not going to cook this rice yet. Wait a minute. I'm going to share my ingredients to the best pigeon peas and rice ever. Just gonna share my ingredients, and then I will come back after my chicken is done, because it's early. I like my rice to be the last thing to cook. So I'm not gonna cook it yet, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and share my ingredients. Okay, so of course, I have the spices. I have onion powder. I have garlic powder. I have paprika. I have black pepper. I have complete seasoning. I have Goya. I have fresh thyme out my garden. I have garlic, ginger, and onion. I have scotch bonnet and green onion scallions. I have tomato paste. I'll show you what I use that for. I have about almost 8 cups of rice and a chicken bouillon. I'm gonna wash this rice, but for now I'm not doing anything. Chicken bouillon cube is just setting in there. I have coconut oil. I have pure coconut cream. I'm only going to use half of this. I have some coconut milk powder. Probably use half of this. I have some scotch bonnet pepper because I like my stuff spicy. And I have green pigeon peas. I'll use this 30-ounce can and probably another can, probably 15 ounces. But we'll see when we get there. And this one is also in coconut milk. So I really like the flavor it gives the pigeon peas. Okay, so those are the ingredients. And after my jerk chicken comes out of the oven, I'm gonna put this together for you because, like I said again, my husband doesn't get home till around 6 o'clock. I want it fresh when he gets home, hot on the stove, just getting done. So I'm not cooking the rice just yet, maybe in about an hour or two. But anyway, I will be back when the jerk chicken comes out of the oven so that you get a chance to see that. And then we'll immediately go ahead and start preparing the pigeon peas and rice. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, guys, it's all done. Here's my jerk chicken. Looks good. Browned very nicely. There's my jerk chicken. Okay, guys, if you like this video of my jerk chicken, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. If you're a new subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. If you like it and you would like to see me do something else, go ahead and make a comment in the comments section. Also, share my video. Share my recipe with your friends and family. I'm trying to get my channel to grow. We're at about 160 something subscribers now. I'm trying to get to 250. So if you can help me out by sharing my content, I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to be coming back to you a little later, and I'm going to show you my recipe for pigeon peas and rice. All right, until next time, until I come back on your screen, peace out. Bye.